Hey, what's up, and welcome to Music Space, where we help working musicians just like you learn how to quickly and easily make a living with your craft. So, if you're new to the channel, check out some of the videos and subscribe. So, this is just an off the cuff video. A lot of times I do these off the cuff videos, just kind of unscripted, unedited, not all edited up and stuff. Just to talk about some issues, just you and I sitting here talking, like the musicians we are, about issues that's going on. And I want to focus this video on the issue that's happening with the coronavirus, or the COVID-19 virus. It's an issue that's undoubtedly already affecting some of us, but probably potentially will affect a lot of us musicians and the things that we do, the events that we play for. A lot of these events are getting postponed, canceled, and all of this kind of stuff. So I really want to talk about some of the things that we can do to sort of offset those things, especially those of us who depend on income from our events and gigs and stuff that we play for. Things like this directly affect that household income that we make. So before this thing gets really, really bad, what are some of the things that we can do to try to offset this stuff? So first of all, I want to talk about just the general safety and all of that kind of stuff as it concerns us. Please follow the CDC guidelines, the World Health Organization guidelines and stuff like that, and kind of disregard all of this, this stuff this street knowledge just happening on like social media and Facebook, Instagram and all of this kind of stuff. That's how a lot of misinformation gets spread. If you're concerned about the truth, or the closest thing that we have to the truth about this stuff, depend on the people who are the experts with this. The CDC, the scientists, people that are saying like that are talking like that. As I'm making this video, there's a really good podcast that Joe Rogan did with a guy, I can never remember his name, Michael Holston, I believe it is. You really want to look up that video and check it out. It's really informative. The guy is one of these guys that spent his life studying disease and how it works and all this kind of stuff. So you really want to check that out. So that's just the health and safety part of it. Follow all of this stuff that they've been telling you. Wash your hands frequently. A lot of us musicians touch, instruments. We go get on instruments that other people have been playing, keyboards, organs, and drums and all of this kind of stuff. And that's how this thing can easily get spread. So make sure you wiping down all of that stuff, washing your hands frequently, and this whole space thing that they're talking about, keeping your distance between people about 6 feet and all of that kind of stuff. So make sure you follow that. Now, that being said, what can we do to, as far as offset this income imbalance that probably will potentially happen with, everything that's going on with this virus? So one of the things that I think that we can all do is, now is the time to kind of start focusing on your projects, on your original music. Get that stuff out. That kind of stuff can potentially make money, and you still have an audience of people who, or potentially an audience of people who will buy your products, your merchandise, whatever it is that you're putting out, your stuff that you've been sitting on, that you recorded, over and over 100 times because you're a perfectionist and you haven't gotten it. Now is really the time to start focusing on getting that stuff out, building your tribe around everything that you do musically, having that audience base to where you can sell stuff to, and people who buy your products and stuff like that. If you're interested in more of that, what I'm talking about now, I did a series on marketing and how that works in musicians, and I'll link to it. I'll probably put a page in this video where you can just click on it and go to that, but check that out after you watch this. But that's one of the things that you can do. Again, focus on getting that music out. The other thing is focusing on your marketing. And now is the time to start building that marketing strategy where you can have, a group of people. One of the things I always reference is the article about the 1,000 true fans. And that's, if you don't know about that, I won't explain it here. I talked about it in the marketing as well. Go look that up. You can Google 1,000 true fans and you'll come up on the article. But how that works, and it's a viable thing to where, musicians like us who are working musicians who depend on income can have a substantial income still coming in when things like this happen. There are a lot of us who are church musicians and stuff like that. Right now, I don't know how this is going to affect, a lot of churches. I live in a really big city, one of the largest churches in the United States. Matter of fact, I think the largest church in the United States is in my city. Right now, they're talking about people not gathering in public spaces and stuff that's over 250 or 500 people in some respects. And a lot of these churches have 15, 16,000 people showing up on Sunday. Even more moderate sized churches have, 1,500, 2,000 or 3,000 people, like that showing up on Sundays. So things like that, it may be affected by that. We don't know. And that, again, is something that we have to consider, especially like those of us who are church musicians who play for churches and stuff like that. So again, this is something that we kind of need to get on top of now. I don't think it's time right now to necessarily, panic and go out and start building underground tombs to live in and stuff like that. It's not that serious yet. But again, this is something that could potentially affect our livelihood, and the more prepared we are for it, the better able we are to get on top of it. And the earlier we catch it, like now, the better chances are that we have to survive the stuff like this. So again, it's undoubtedly the case that a lot of events are going to get canceled. A lot of your gigs, especially, they're saying probably this thing could ride out most of like when you watch the podcast, the Joe Rogan podcast I just talked about, a lot of, even Michael Holston, that guy, is saying like this thing could, be for the next 3 to 6 months. And that's like a half a year or a quarter of the year at the most. And, that could affect us. And it's just one of the things we got to get on top of. So again, that's a couple of things that we can do. Focus on getting those projects out, streaming. That's a viable option, stuff like that. Getting your music, if you've been interested in getting your music in TV and film and movies and stuff like that, and getting licensing from that, it's time to start doing that now while you're in the position to do it. That way, if things get bad, 2, 3, 6 months, a year down the line, you still have some sort of income coming in that will offset that cost, and you want to be in the position to do that. So now is the time to start doing that, like preparing for it, getting that stuff out. Stop being the perfectionist. You stop going back in the studio and recording your stuff 100 times and saying that it's not ready yet. Go ahead and put this stuff out, man. CD baby is like the cheapest thing ever. It's always been the cheapest thing. There's literally no excuse. You can record a song tonight. Most of us have some kind of studio set up, a laptop and a interface or some sort, and a microphone where you can record some stuff. So you could literally record some stuff tonight or tomorrow and have it out by the weekend. Like, it's literally that simple. So stop sitting on the stuff, man. And there's, stop worrying about people judging what you do and all of that kind of stuff. It's always going to be somebody that's doing that. So you got to get that stuff out. So again, it's time to do that. Focus on getting those projects out. Focus on, going about, or at least doing some research about how you can get your music licensed for film and TV and stuff like that. Your marketing, getting your tribe of fans and stuff together, of people who support you, an email list of people who you can converse with back and forth about your stuff, who subscribe to what you do. That way you have a base of people to kind of, give your stuff or sell your stuff to, that will, give you money. There's a lot of people who even have like YouTube channels and stuff set up where they have these, what do you call those? The Patreon pages, where people just pay them a monthly premium just for them to perform a song or two every month. It's really not that difficult. Think about it. If you have, say, 200 or 300 people let's just say 200 for a round number, 200 people that give you $10 a month a piece, 200 people, that's it. For you to play a song or sing a song or teach them something or educate them something in the musical genre, whatever your expertise is, to pay you $10 a month just to give them a video or something like that on a Patreon page. That's an extra $2,000 a month that you have just supplemental income. So this stuff is really not that difficult, but it's just time to start doing it now. And I don't want to make it sound like it's an easy thing. That's something that's very difficult to do, and sometimes it takes a while, but that's more the reason why it should start now. So again, I don't want to harp on those things. I just wanted to talk a little bit about this coronavirus thing and how serious it is for all of us. It's something I've been thinking about for the past couple of days, and some of the things that I'm going to be lining up and getting in order as well for myself. So this channel is about helping working musicians and stuff like that make a living with your craft. You hear me say that at the beginning of all of my videos. So this is one of those things that I think that can really help us and affect us. So I really wanted to talk about it. But that said, I really want to know from you, like, what are some of the things that, you're doing to prepare for this? If you're a working musician and you see how this may affect us, what are some of the things that you are doing, or what are some of the things you suggest we do as musicians to offset this whole thing? Jump down in the comment section and let me know. Let's have a conversation about this. This is going to be an ongoing thing. So let's jump down in the comments and converse about this whole thing so we can share this information with working musicians like ourselves. That way the market, a rising tide lifts all boats. So we want to keep this thing going for all musicians, keep all musicians in good shape. So jump down in the comments and share your thoughts about it. Again, if this is your first time seeing one of my videos, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. That way you'll be notified when I upload new videos. We upload videos here often to help working musicians just like yourself. Also, there's a lot of things in the description of this video, a lot of resources that you can download, the free ebook and stuff like that. So make sure you download that free ebook. It's an ebook that'll help you learn how to make more money as a musician. So make sure you do that. Subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, wash your hands and all of that kind of stuff, and I'll see you in the next video.